Truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com. News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. There is a new warning about potential danger to law enforcement after the FBI's search at Mar-a-Lago. There's been talk on social media about a dirty bomb, a civil war. Democrats, including Maryland's Jamie Raskin, are calling out Republicans for rushing to defend Mr. Trump.
Not just the right wing in America, but some of our colleagues in Congress denounced the Department of Justice and denounced the court for just engaging in the rule of law.
Republicans are demanding transparency. Texas Congressman Mike McCall tells CBS's Face the Nation.
The affidavit in support of the warrants will give you the probable cause to try to understand what is going on here.
The search turned up classified documents, some labeled top secret. Republican Liz Cheney, who voted to impeach the former president, faces an uphill battle against a Trump-backed hopeful. Correspondent Steve Futterman is in Rock Springs.
Wyoming has an open primary, which means in tomorrow's election, Democrats and independents, if they want to, can vote for Liz Cheney. But even if Cheney gets huge majorities from Democrats and independents, Wyoming is so solidly Republican, it may not be enough.
Brittany Griner's lawyers have reportedly appealed her 9-year prison sentence for drug possession in Russia. Moscow has said the WNBA star must fully exhaust all legal avenues before any possible prisoner swap. Salman Rushdie doing better after he was stabbed during a speech in Western New York. His agent says the author's off a ventilator, walking and talking. Correspondent Vicki Barker has reaction from the foreign desk.
Iran's government has denied any involvement in Friday's attack, but calls the attack justified. Iran's state-run media reported that Rushdie might lose an eye from Friday's stabbing, adding, quote, "An eye of Satan has been blinded."
Her representative says Anne Heche has died after she was peacefully taken off life support. CBS's Monica Ricks.
Anne Heche was declared brain dead on Friday, but her family kept her on life support for days while doctors found and matched organ donors. No word on what organs were salvageable. But the move comes more than a week after her fiery car crash in L.A. Over the weekend, the LAPD said it would end its investigation, but a coroner is still expected to perform an autopsy on the actress.
More than 100,000 people north of Detroit are still under a boil water advisory after a water main break was discovered at a treatment facility. Bottled water is hard to find.
We bought water at Rite Aid, but when we went to Kroger and CVS, they were out. None.
The Great Lakes Water Authority says it could take 2 weeks to fix the main. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender by Norton is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results.
You always on my mind.
Good stuff, so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best
You're
foot
always on my
It's
mind.
too valuable to leave to the whims of
I didn't know
You
it
owe
treat
it to
you
yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. 800-401-6681.
A new report suggests more women than men are going hungry.
The figures are astonishing. A report by Care International has found 150 million more women than men did not have reliable access to food last year.
Many of the insecure industries, which are female-dominated, have been the ones that have suffered or lost jobs during the pandemic.
Care spokesman Peter Walton He says the cost of living has skyrocketed, not just because of the pandemic, but also because of climate change and the Russia-Ukraine war.
So we absolutely have to address this.
Scott Mayman for CBS News, Canberra, Australia.
Turns out Millie Bobby Brown is a Boilermaker in real life. I don't have my powers. Stranger Things actress tells Allure magazine she's enrolled at an online school.
Good morning, Melissa. Top of the morning to you.
The Netflix streamer takes place in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana. Brown says she's studying human services.
You're always on my mind.
CBS News.
Waiting is such a mistake. That's one of the things we hear most after we successfully treated one of our patients for erectile dysfunction. At Montgomery Men's Health, we want you to know first and foremost that waiting is a mistake. Because the longer you wait, the more difficult it can be to treat your injury. Using what you've got is important, not just for your relationship, but for your overall health. There's some truth to the phrase, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. At Montgomery Men's Health, we'll fight for your ability to consistently perform without the anxiety so many men experience. In fact, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. We only treat ED and Mo2 at Montgomery Men's Health, and we've successfully treated many men with protocol who are effective in nearly 90% of cases. We also have a full complement of treatments, including acoustic wave therapy, so you get the one that works best for you. So don't wait, make an appointment. For just $99, you get a medical consultation, blood work, and a medically advised testing. Call today, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Shannon, how can you let the people in Montgomery know about what Daddy does? You mean tell people he's a foot doctor? Yeah, a podiatrist. He's gotta be a way to spread the word about the surgeries he does and stuff. You mean like onions and hammer toes? Yeah, and treating heel pain, burning feet and corns. Like that time that lady had fungus in her toenails and they started looking better? I just want people to know that my dad, Dr. Brian Kelly, can be seen without a referral or accept most insurance. You should probably give them the phone number. 265-7585. Yeah, 265-7585. I just said that. Well, let's say it again. 265-7585. Maybe we should tell them our offices are in Montgomery and Green. You just did. Like us on Facebook at Greenville Football. And remember, happy feet start here.
No participation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services. Paid for by Christian Care Ministries.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. No doubt. This is why so many people are joining Medishare right now. Medishare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly health care costs. More than 400,000 people have already made
You're always on my mind.
Too. Now, during this challenging season, with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up, Medishare can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. And Medishare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that's worked beautifully for 29 years. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now, the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Stacking Benjamins with Joe and his good friend OG not only has
OG.
insight, it's laid back with humor.
Good morning, OG.
I was very confused by budgets, and what I realized, I was trying to make a lasagna and start with the noodles on the bottom, and I was ending up with crusty noodles. So once I started with the sauce of what I was spending, for some reason, then it clicked. We were able to use the budget as a tool.
Okay. You don't put the noodles down there first.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial.
Yeah, you put the sauce down there
Tonight
first.
at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay.
Depend on it. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindster today and save big. Blindster.com.
Most of us are entirely dry through about 4 o'clock with sun and clouds. Temperatures get up to 96 or 97 degrees, so a very hot day. After 4 o'clock into the evening hours, isolated with scattered showers and storms. are possible as they move in from the north, and some of those could be strong. For Tuesday, we are likely dry, just a slight chance of a storm, highs in the mid-90s. Mid-90s again Wednesday with scattered showers and storms and high rain chances to end the work week. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Monday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. No problems on Highway 80 or 14 coming in from Selma, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Still carrying light traffic. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. It's back to school time at Premier Place. Shop Cato Fashion, Salad Beauty, Professional Nails and Spa, America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses, and more. The Premier Place in Frankfurt, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
You love your car, yes. But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros.
Let Chico's.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Monday. The Alabama Republican Party passed a resolution over the weekend condemning the Biden administration for the FBI raid of former President Donald Trump's home in Florida. The vote happened during the party's annual meeting in Montgomery. It passed overwhelmingly. Intelligence officials say 11 sets of classified documents were seized in that raid. So far, no word on what they found. Alabama Republican leaders called the raid an overreach. It might be a good week to eat out in Alabama. It's Alabama Restaurant Week. The goal is to celebrate the great variety of restaurants and support local businesses. It runs through August 28th. Gas prices continue to fall across the nation and in Alabama. The average in Alabama right now is $3.55 a gallon for regular. That's down 10 cents in the last week and 64 cents from just 1 month ago. The national average is $3.96 a gallon. That's your news on this Monday morning. I'm Jed Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom.
Hey, Bobby, why do digital marketers make good actors?
I'm not sure. Why do they?
Because they nail impressions. Man, Bobby, you kill me.
So, you think you can sell impressions too? Boy, do we have a job for you. Cumulus Media is looking for a great digital sales manager. We offer full-time positions with great benefits and opportunities in media, digital sales, a fun working environment, and all the impressions you could possibly think about selling in the industry, on air, and online.
Go to newsradio1440.com for details.
Are you hungry? Are you ready to eat now? Then head on over to Bojangles in East Chase. Bojangles has you covered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all day, every day. Get a hot breakfast with homemade fluffy biscuits, bacon, grits, and eggs, or grab the Bo Chicken Sandwich combo for lunch. And on your way home, make the family happy with an 8-piece of the best chicken around. Wash it all down with ice-cold sweet tea. And don't forget dessert, because the sweet potato pie is back. Get to Bojangles now, because it's Bo time. 96 East Chase Parkway. And right now, you can take advantage of a Bojangles sweet deal. Just visit this radio station's website and click on Sweet Deal. You can get $50 to spend at Bojangles for just $25. That's right, for just $25, you can get $50 to spend at Bojangles in East Chase. But you've got to hurry. These deals go fast. Just visit this radio.
Marvel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-826-9895. That's 800-826-9895. 800-826-9895.
And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, you only pay for what you need. Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 and 2 and move your head like a bird new. Only pay
Yeah, hey.
at libertymutual.com.
Liberty.
Picture this. Picture the burger of your dreams. It's on the new DQ Signature Stack Burgers menu. A lineup of 5 premium burgers, like the Flamethrower Signature Stack Burger and loaded A1 Signature
Smells
Stack
good.
with 100% seasoned real beef patties, melty cheese, and a combo of top-notch toppings and sauces galore. This dream burger is calling your name. But it isn't a dream. You're ordering at the DQ drive-thru. The DQ Signature Stack Burgers lineup. Try it today. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays
All right,
at 8 p.m.
time to go to work.
The Encore Show.
Chinese and Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Time to go to work. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440 on your AM dial or newsradio1440.com, or you can download one of our apps, News Radio 1440. And even though I'm great, we're not charging you for it. We're going to give it to you free. So you got to go to your app store, and there's no excuse not to listen unless you just don't like me, that won't be the first time that ever happened. And again, it is time for our daily bread. It's a word from on high to change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. Today's daily bread is simply entitled The Marriage Metaphor. And the scriptural insight today comes from Ephesians 4:2-13. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is August the 15th. It is a day that has never been, like all of the rest. It is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you didn't do today. But more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do on this day, August the 15th, 2022, hopefully, if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. If you've lived a while, like I tell you every morning, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace of God and a lot of mercy thrown in, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, while you can, for as long as you can, until you can't, reach back and help somebody else along the way, if you can. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful. Or you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. Difference is, winners never quit, and quitters never win. So don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. And sometimes the mountains are high, the valleys are low, and the mountains are wide. If you can't get around it, and if you can't go over it, you can't get under it, sometimes you got to go through the mountains, which is no big deal if you know who to ask for help. Don't ever quit, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever give up, because quitters don't win. And winners, oh, they may lose at a thing or two, but they never quit. And no matter what happens on this day, remember this: it is still a great day to be alive. The marriage metaphor, that's our daily bread for this day, August the 15th. We'll be back.
Hello and welcome to Our Daily Bread. I'm Sheridan Boise and I've titled today's reading, The Marriage Metaphor. After 22 years together, I sometimes wonder how my marriage to Merrin works. I'm a writer. Merrin is a statistician. I work with words. She works with numbers. I want beauty. She wants function. We come from different worlds. Merrin arrives to appointments early. I'm occasionally late. I try new things on the menu. She orders the same. After 20 minutes at an art gallery, I'm just getting started, while Merrin is already in the cafe downstairs wondering how much longer I'll be. We give each other many opportunities to learn patience. We do have things in common: a shared sense of humor, a love of travel, and a common faith that helps us pray through options and compromise as needed. With this shared base, our differences even work to our advantage. Merrin has helped me learn to relax, while I've helped her grow in discipline. Working with our differences has made us better people. Paul uses marriage as a metaphor for the church, and with good reason. Like marriage, church brings very different people together, requiring them to develop humility and patience, and to bear with one another in love. And, as in marriage, a shared base of faith and mutual service helps the church become unified and mature. Differences in relationships can cause great frustration, in the church and in marriage, but managed well, they can help us become more Christ-like. Today's scripture reading is from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 2 to 13. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. But to each one of us, grace has been given as Christ apportioned it. This is why it says, when he ascended on high, he took many captives and gave gifts to his people. What does he ascended mean except that he also descended to the lower earthly regions? He who descended is the very one who ascended higher than all the heavens in order to fill the whole universe. So Christ himself gave the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the pastors and teachers to equip his people for works of service, so that the body of Christ may be built up until we all reach unity in the faith and in the knowledge of the Son of God and become mature, attaining to the whole measure of the fullness of Christ. Let's pray together. Father, whether it's in marriage or in our families, in friendships, or indeed in our churches, we all know that that combination of similarities and differences is just what makes our relationships so rich, and also at times so very difficult. Lord, would you use the differences between us and our brothers and sisters in Christ to help us grow in humility and patience today, so that we become more and more like him. It's in Jesus' name we pray this. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Sheridan Boise, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, it's time to rise and shine. Have you heard? Bo diddly, have you heard? We're gonna jump from a big iron bird. We're gonna jump from a big iron bird. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. Jump right out and count to 4. If my main don't open wide, I got a reserve by my side. And if here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough. Hey, boy. Lordy, Lord, hey, hey. Hey, Lordy, 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 hey, Lordy, Lordy. Well, the geography and the geography. We're so glad we didn't join the Navy.
You can't sing Jody's from a chair.
I just sang it along with him, brother. Lordy, oh. There we go. All the way. Every day. All the way. Just clearing my guns. Anyway, it's time to ride, say, shine, people. Now it's time to. There we go. Time for the run. Time for the run. Rolling down the strip. Okay. Hey, Mom and Daddy gonna take a little trip. Mom and Daddy gonna take a little trip. Destination unknown. We don't even know if we're coming home. Woo! Hook up, shuffle to the door. Jump right out and count to 4. And a merry morning don't open wide. Well, I got a reserve by my side. And if that one should fail me too, well, look out below, because I'm coming through. On the old drop zone, box me up and send me home. Let's go, let's go. Tell my girl I did my best. In the front and the rest. That's where we go. When I get to heaven, say Peter gonna say, how'd you earn your living? How'd you earn your pay? And I will reply with a little bit of anger. I made my living as an airborne ranger. Oh, driving on all day. 11B. I don't know about 11B, but you know. Oh yeah. What a run this morning. Ranger. Woo! I tell you what, nothing like good PT first thing in the morning. And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. And for good measure, we throw in Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Sheriff Department, my good friends at the Sanitation Department, the Maintenance Department. Good morning to the Honorable Mayor Stephen Reed. Hey, we just disagree on a couple of things. Well, now we're good. All right. So, anything? Oh, to the Daryl Albert, who was our police chief, and Mr. Jordan, who is our member of our fire department. Well, he's the head of our fire department, and to all the people who go in when everybody else is running out. Good morning to you. Day. It is a great day, believe me, to be alive. On top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. I'd say that called for a celebration. And since this is an Air Force town, it would be remiss of me not to give homage to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, they put the air in the airborne. Well, really, we put the air in the Air Force. Okay, never mind. It's a partnership, okay? And if somebody can let me see a 141 one more time, I'm going to be a happy camper. Can somebody just fly one out to Maxwell and let me see it once again? Come on now. Okay, I'll take a C-130 or something like that. But no. I got to have the 141. I got to see it one more time. Their motto is Semper Fidelis, but the Marine Corps cut it short to Semper Fi. Whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always faithful. Don't you wish everybody was? Okay, so we're human beings. We don't always make it. But the Marines do. Oh, I got to tell you, it's great to be alive. It really is. It really is. Because it's better than the alternative. Went to church, yes. I know you guys don't think I go to church. I go to church all the time. Okay, every other Sunday I go to church. Okay. Don't ask me. I don't know why that keeps coming out, but it keeps coming. But we'll take care of that. My engineer is back this week, so we're gonna take care of all of this stuff, this little small thing. But that's what happens when you have new equipment, So I told you guys probably take me about 30 days to figure out how to, get all this done. And so that's what's happening. But right now, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back with one of my favorite. It is my second favorite audio because on Mondays and Fridays we try to give you something to motivate you. And this has got to be one of my most favorite. I only got two favorites. The Advice of a Third Grade Dropout and To Be Kind. That is my one for the day. And Lord knows we could use some kindness in our world today. So when we come back, after I take this short break, we are going to, to be kind. Because we need, we really do need more of that kindness thing. Because we really drop the ball sometimes. So we'll be back right after this.
With Indeed, their all-in-one solution makes it
over here, over there, we will meet the Mystic Trail and the Kingston go rolling along.
Most of us are entirely dry through about 4 o'clock with sun and clouds. Temperatures get up to 96 or 97 degrees, so a very hot day. After 4 o'clock into the evening hours, isolated and scattered showers and storms are possible as they move in from the north, and some of those could be strong. For Tuesday, we are likely dry, just a slight chance of a storm, highs in the mid-90s. Mid-90s again Wednesday with scattered showers and storms and high rain chances to end the work week. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good on your Monday morning. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. From a simple patient transport to life and death situations, Haynes Ambulance is there for you both on the ground and in the air. Haynes Ambulance, ready at a moment's notice. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
You love your car, yes? But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
UC Irvine, one of the first colleges that helped pave the way for collegiate esports, are signifying the next major trend as they announce their venture into Valorant this fall. This announcement has been made almost immediately after Riot Games themselves debuted their plan to support the development of the collegiate Valorant program. Other college esports programs have followed in the footsteps of UCI's multi-title winning program before, and history might repeat itself again.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
To take more chances with the embroidery.
Henley's vision for a new clothing line is coming into focus.
Dramatic.
They'll need an on-staff photographer to put their collection in the spotlight.
Why is no one taking shots of these?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews for your employer. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 for a sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our healthcare. No doubt. This is why so many people are joining MediShare right now. MediShare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly healthcare costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too. Now, during this challenging season, with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up, MediShare can save you a lot of money to a typical family. Saves $500 a month. And MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that's worked beautifully for 29 years. There are different options to choose from that fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now is the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
That is such a mistake. That's one of the things we hear most after we've successfully treated one of our patients for erectile dysfunction. At Montgomery Men's Health, we want you to know first and foremost that waiting is a mistake, because the longer you wait, the more difficult it can be to treat your ED. Using what you've got is important, not just for your relationship, but for your overall health. There's some truth to the phrase, over here, over there. Montgomery Men's Health will fight for your ability to consistently perform without the anxiety that so many men experience. In fact, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. We only keep ED at Montgomery Men's Health, and we've successfully treated many men with protocols that are effective in nearly 90% of cases. We also offer full complement of treatments, including acoustic wave therapy, so you get the one that works best for you. So don't wait. Make an appointment. For just $99, you'll get a medical consultation, blood work, and a medically advised test goes. Call today, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663, or go to Montgomery Men's Health.
Keeping up with projects on your property. You need quality equipment you can depend on. That's exactly what you get with John Deere equipment from SunSouth. And now's a great time to drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth during the trade-in and trade-up sales event. Receive up to $2,500 trade-in bonus cash on 2012 or newer competitive like trade-ins. Find the John Deere that's right for you. Visit SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Offer valid on qualifying purchases made through August 30th, 2022. Trade-in bonus varies based on model and competitive trade-in. Some restrictions apply.
Summer is here, so get out and enjoy the sun. At Taliesin, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's easy with the Make This the Summer event. The all-new Grand Wagoneer is here and ready for you and the great family fun. Summer is a blast in a new Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger with 0% APR for 72 months. Make this the summer. Hop online. We're here by chat, text, and phone to help you. TaliesinAutomotive.com. Drive a little, save a lot. Approved Trust Plus Finance, Chrysler Cap, 13.88% finance, the only change on factory incentives.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. it's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, good morning. Now, this is called Be Kind. Then we'll get to the lessons of life today and the word of the day and all that other good stuff. But this is called Be Kind, and it's an interesting piece because it goes to what we are as human beings and the way maybe we should act, and sometimes we do and sometimes we don't. But I hope you enjoy it because it's one of my favorite ones. And whenever I'm having a rough day or things are not going well, or I see other people having a lot tougher than I have it, well, I'm always brought to mind this little piece here that I'm about to play you guys. So I hope you get something out of it, and maybe it'll affect your life in some kind of way, or I don't know, or at least make you think about the way you do things anyway. So we'll be back after this. It's called Be Kind.
Concept, that vital virtue that unfortunately and regrettably is often forgotten, the virtue of kindness, being kind. I want you to hear a story. 20 years ago, I drove a cab for a living. When I arrived at 2:30 in the morning, The building was dark except for a single light in a ground floor window. Under these circumstances, many cab drivers would just honk once or twice, wait a minute, then drive away. But I had seen too many impoverished people who depended on taxis as their only means of transportation to drive away. Unless the situation smelled of danger, I always went to the door. So I walked to the door and knocked. Just a moment, answered a frail, elderly voice. After a long pause, the door opened. A small woman in her 80s stood before me. By her side was a small nylon suitcase. Would you carry this bag out to the car for me? She said. I took the suitcase out and returned to assist the woman. She took my arm and walked slowly toward the curb. She kept thanking me for my kindness. It's nothing, I told her. I just try to treat all my passengers the way I would want my mother treated. When we got in the cab, she gave me an address, and she said, oh, by the way, could you drive through downtown? It's not the shortest way. Oh, I don't mind. I'm in no hurry. I'm on my way to a hospice. I looked in the rearview mirror, and her eyes were glistening. I don't have any family left, she said, almost to herself. The doctor says I don't have very long. I quietly reached over and shut off the meter. What route would you like me to take? For the next 2 hours, we drove all around the city. She showed me the building where she had once worked as an elevator operator. We drove through the neighborhood where she and her husband had lived when they were newlyweds. She had me pull up in front of a furniture warehouse that had once been a ballroom where she had gone dancing as a girl. Sometimes she'd ask me to slow down in front of a particular building or corner. She would sit staring into the darkness, saying nothing. As the first hint of sun was creasing the horizon, she suddenly said, okay, I'm ready. Let's go now. We drove in silence to the address she had given me. It was a low building. 2 orderlies came out to the cab. As soon as we pulled up, they were solicitous and intent. Watching her every move, they were expecting her. I opened the trunk, took out the small suitcase, carried it to the door. The woman was already seated in a wheelchair. How much do I owe you, she asked. No, you don't owe me anything, I said. Oh, you have to make a living, she answered. Oh, there are other passengers, I responded. Almost without thinking, I bent over and gave her a hug. She held on to me tightly. You gave an old woman a little bit of joy, she said. Thank you. I squeezed her hand, then walked into the dim morning light. Behind me, a door shut. It was the sound of the closing of a life. I drove aimlessly, lost in thought for the rest of the day. I could hardly talk. What if that woman had gotten in an angry driver earlier that morning, or one who was impatient? What if I had refused to take the run, or had honked once and driven away? On a quick review, I don't think I have done anything more important in all my life. I love that story. Sort of helps me allow life to make up its mind again. You need to remember that story. The times you will want to be anything but kind. Because it is so much easier to bear a grudge and hate in return, or get back, or get even. Hate destroys the vessel it's kept in. Revenge never healed a wound. There's one thing all of us have in common: we've been mistreated by somebody. Some of you have known abuse, misunderstanding, And all of this has a way of siphoning your tank of kindness. It can make you hard. You can get on with hard. You can get along with it. In fact, some will even respect you more because you're tough. But I urge you not to be. Be kind, tenderhearted, forgiving one another. When I'm truly free of revenge and bitterness, there is plenty of room in my heart left for kindness. And not until. Do what's right. Do justice. Love kindness. Walk humbly with your God.
Maybe you were born a really nice person with a gentle, sweet personality, and being kind to people comes pretty naturally to you, but I think more of the globe is not that way than is. The good news is we can change.
It's amazing what one kind word can do. We don't think anything about it, but to the other person, it breathes life into their spirit. Our words have the power to lift people, to help them get through a challenge, to push them into their destinies. When you tell someone, I love you, I'm proud of you, you did great on that project, you're not just being kind, those are healing words. We don't know what people are going through. They may smile on the outside, but on the inside, they're hurting, they're lonely, they're discouraged. Many people have wounds from the past, wounds from a relationship that didn't work out, wounds from people trying to push them down. Just a simple word of encouragement. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. A simple compliment. You look beautiful today. It's no big deal to you, but to them, it's helping heal the wounds. It's lifting their spirits. It's causing them to believe in themselves. Your words can be what keeps them moving forward. And God puts people in our lives on purpose so we can bring healing. Letting people know that you care does more than you imagine. You have the power to put someone on their feet. You have the power to keep them from falling into depression. You have the power to cause them to pursue their dreams. Be free with your compliments. You can think well of your friend all day long, but if you never tell them, they'll never know. God wouldn't have brought it up if he didn't want you to tell them. He wouldn't have put that thought in you if the other person didn't need it. You may not know them. It may not make sense to you, but God knows what he's doing. There's a reason they need your healing. Don't withhold it. Don't try to reason it out. In my early 20s, a young man started coming up to the gym to play basketball with us. He was a loner. He was very unfriendly, very cold. He never talked. Even during the games, he wouldn't interact with us. Most of the guys just ignored him. Something down in here told me to reach out to him and make him feel welcome. I found out that his name was Bo. When he would come into the gym, I would go over and say, "Hey, Bo, it's great to see you today." He never said anything. He just hit his chest twice and walked away. I didn't know what that meant, but I hit my chest twice and walked away. This went on for several years. I saw him 4 or 5 times a week. Well, I stopped playing basketball there, and I hadn't seen Bo in over 20 years. One Sunday, he showed up at church. I saw him afterwards. I thought, where do I know this guy from? He said, "I'm Bo. We used to play basketball together." That's the most I'd ever heard him talk. He went on to tell how he grew up in the projects. At 14, he started living on his own. Nobody wanted him. He never felt loved or accepted. He said, "One of the main reasons I went up to the gym was to hear you say, 'Great to see you today,' because nobody had told me that they were glad to see me." Those simple words, letting him know that I cared, were like life-giving water. Today, Bo is married. He introduced me to his children. He's setting a new standard for his family. What am I saying? Nobody is in your life by accident. Don't ignore what you feel on the inside, that compassion to encourage them, that desire to be their friend. Take time to make them feel loved. Doesn't have to be something big. Just good to see you. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. Just let them know that you care.
So can we do that today? Can we reach out and tell somebody who we otherwise wouldn't talk to? Something, tell them something nice. So that's your goal today, is do a kind deed for anybody. You don't have to know them. Just do a kind deed. Say hello to, pay for the groceries. Okay, paying for the groceries make it a little tough, but throw a little extra something in the basket for them or something. I don't know. Just do something kind. And it's amazing how good we feel when we do something kind. I guess that's God's way of telling us that it's okay. But just think, how good do you feel when you do something kind? Even for your kids, even though you got to do it, but you don't really have to be kind about it all the time. You just got to do it. You just got to do something for your kids sometime, every once in a while, and for people. And just today, so today's goal is everybody listen to me. If you want to make a difference in Montgomery this day, then do something kind for somebody. Okay, you don't have to tell anybody. The only person, or not the person, but the only entity that has to know about this is you and God. You're not an entity. It's God. As long as he knows, it doesn't make any difference what everybody else knows. Okay? Because you don't want your reward on earth anyway, because that won't last long. So you want your reward later on. All right? I'm just saying. So be kind to somebody today. Be kind to somebody today. All right? Now, good morning to you. It's the lessons of life. What are lessons of life? Lessons of life are the things we learn by living. Oh, we can hear about it. We can hear about it all the time, but it don't mean anything until you experience it yourself. So that's what the lessons of life are about this morning. And the word of the day. Now we got a word of the day. We got a word of the day. We do have one. And the word of the day is my attempt to make sure that you are wordsmith like I am. Okay, so you can tell people what you think about them, and it'll sound really nice coming out of your mouth, but he'll never know what it actually, or she'll never know what it actually means. So what's the word of the day? Well, the word of the day is inane. Inane. It means lacking significance, meaning, or it has no point. So you like some of the conversations I have to carry on the radio sometimes. Some of those conversations are inane. But I'm a nice guy, so I'll sit there sometimes and put up with them. Okay, inane. Okay, lacking significance, meaning, or a point. On talk radio, you get a lot of those kinds of conversations, lacking significance, meaning, or a point. Okay, so that's your word of the day. So so when you're in class today, if the teacher's just rambling on, you say, Mr. Jones, I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything like that, but this conversation seems inane to me, lacking significance, meaning, or point. Now, if he sends you to the principal's office, then that means that he needs a little verbal coaching. Okay, and when you say that to him, he should say, "Well, tell me why," and then you can explain why to you it is lacking significance, meaning, or point. So try that today. See, let me know how it works out. I mean, now don't be disrespectful. Now, I don't want you to end up with the wood. We ain't got to worry about the wood, Montgomery, Alabama. We don't believe in the wood. Okay, so don't worry about it. Anyway, what is the lesson of life today? All of us go through trials and tribulations. We all do. We all go through that. Everybody has a story. And if you think your story is somehow more special than anybody else's, mine isn't, yours isn't, but to you it matters. I'm with that. I got to you. When it goes bad, it's the whole world's bad. I got that part. But it's all about attitude. It's all about attitude. How you handle it. Somebody once said, It is not what happens to you in life, it's how you handle it. So, this lesson is for you. Not every day is a good day. Show up anyway. Not everyone will tell you the truth, but you must trust anyway. And not everybody will love you back, but you need to love anyway. And last but not least, not everything in life will be fair, but live it anyway. Okay, so those are the lessons of life for this day, August the 15th. All right, it is August 15th. It is the 227th day of the year. There are 138 days left in this year. It was on this day in 1971, President Richard Nixon announced a 90-day freeze on wages, prices, and rent. We can use some of that rent price freeze right about now. In 1483, the Sistine Chapel was consecrated by Pope Sixtus IV. That's a name. 1888, T.E. Lawrence, a British soldier who gained fame as Lawrence of Arabia, was born in Wales. In 1935, humorist Will Rogers and aviator Wiley Post were killed when their airplane crashed near Point Barrow in Alaska Territory. The year was 1944. During World War II, Allied forces landed in southern France on Operation Dragoon on this day. Also on this day in 1945, a pre-recorded radio address from Japan's Emperor Hirohito announced that his country had accepted terms of surrender for ending World War II. The year was 1947. India became independent after some 200 years of British rule. In 1961, as workers began constructing the Berlin Wall of concrete, East German soldier Konrad Schumann leapt to freedom over a tangle of barbed wire in a scene captured in a famous photograph. I don't blame the brother either. 1965, on this day, the Beatles played to a crowd of more than 55,000 people at New York's Shea Stadium. The year was 1969. On this day, the Woodstock Music and Art Fair opened in upstate New York. In 1995, the Justice Department agreed to pay $3.1 million to white separatist Randy Weaver and his family to settle their claims over the killing of Weaver's wife and son during 1992 siege by federal agents in Ruby Ridge, Idaho. That's always going to give me some heartburn. In 1998, 29 people were killed by a car bomb that tore apart the center of someplace in Northern Ireland. Can't pronounce the name. I could, but then you guys think I was dumb. Okay, so we're just going to go start with an O and then end with an H, Northern Ireland. A splinter group calling itself the Real IRA claimed responsibility. In 2017, President Donald Trump, who faced harsh criticism for initially blaming the deadly weekend violence in Charlottesville, Virginia, on many sides, told reporters that there were some very fine people on both sides of the confrontation. And the groups protesting against the white supremacists were also very violent. In between those statements at the urging of age, Trump had offered more direct condemnation of the white supremacists. And it was 10 years ago that U.S. Senator Jim Webb, Democrat from Virginia, visiting Myanmar, was able to secure the release of John Yetall, an American in prison for swimming to the home of Nobel laureate Aung San, something like that, whatever his name is. A wedding tent fire in Kuwait claimed the lives of 55 women and children. And it was about 3 years ago, I guess, President Donald Trump revoked the security clearance of ex-CIA Director John Brennan in an unprecedented act of retribution against the vocal critic. Trump told the Wall Street Journal on that. Brennan was among those who he held responsible for the Russia's investigation. In a speech blasting Trump and his Make America Great Again slogan, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said America was never that great. Well, we're not perfect, but we've been great a long time. Although we seem to be going down the tube right now. Anyway, we'll be back, hopefully, with your calls, your comments, anything else you want. I got a lot of things I want to talk about. I got a lot of things to talk about today. But I don't have time to do it right now. So we got to go. So we'll be back. Uno momento. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. We'll be back. Bye.
Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning. I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Monday. The Alabama Republican Party passed a resolution over the weekend condemning the Biden administration for the FBI raid of former President Donald Trump's home in Florida. The vote happened during the party's annual meeting in Montgomery. It passed overwhelmingly. Intelligence officials say 11 sets of classified documents were seized in that raid. So far, no word on what they found. Alabama Republican leaders called the raid overreach. It might be a good week to eat out in Alabama. It's Alabama Restaurant Week. The goal is to celebrate the great variety of restaurants and support local businesses. It runs through August 28th. Gas prices continue to fall across the nation and in Alabama. The average in Alabama right now is $3.55 a gallon regular, down 10 cents in the last week and 64 cents from just 1 month ago. The national average is $3.96
And it's still up.
a gallon. That's your news on this Monday morning. I'm Jed Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. There are new calls for transparency and a warning from law enforcement after classified documents turned up in the search of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate last week. Republican Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick tells CBS's Face the Nation.
I think everybody needs to be calling for calm, everybody across the board, and everybody needs to respect our law enforcement, whether they be local, state or federal.
About that safety warning, correspondent Jeff Pegues has more from Washington.
Among the threats was a plot to place a so-called dirty bomb in front of FBI headquarters, as well as online posts calling for civil war and armed rebellion.
Washington, D.C. police are investigating an incident near the Capitol. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
Police say Richard York of Delaware, 29 years old, crashed his car into a barricade. The car caught fire. Then they say he pulled out a gun and started pulling the trigger.
Well, they say it does not appear York was targeting anyone in Congress. Lawmakers are in recess right now. One of those lawmakers who voted to impeach the former president is trying to fend off a challenge by a fellow Republican who has Donald Trump's backing. Correspondent Steve Futterman is in Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Liz Cheney is fighting till the end.
I will work every day to ensure that our exceptional nation long endures.
But it may not make any difference. There are many here in Wyoming who are very upset.
I got nothing good to say about Liz or Dick.
This is one of the reasons they say they will not vote for her in tomorrow's Republican primary. Cheney's continued attacks on former President Trump.
Donald Trump made a purposeful choice to violate his oath.
The most recent poll by the University of Wyoming shows only 28% of likely voters plan to vote for Cheney.
Brittany Griner's attorneys have reportedly appealed her prison sentence for drug possession in Russia. CBS's Vicki Barker from the Foreign Desk.
The grounds of the appeal aren't yet clear, but when the WNBA star was convicted earlier this month, both her lawyers called her 9-year sentence for possession of prescription cannabis oil unusually severe.
Her representative says actress Anne Heche has died. CBS's Dan Lieberman.
On the morning of August 5th, Heche crashed her car into a house in Los Angeles. She suffered a serious brain injury and was put on life support before she died. Anne Heche was 53 years old.
Another trial begins this morning for R. Kelly. Jury selection gets underway in a federal case in Chicago, where the R&B singer is accused of rigging a 2008 child pornography trial by threatening and paying off a minor he allegedly videotaped to ensure she wouldn't testify against him. S&P futures down 25. This is CBS.
Poor R. Kelly. They don't plan to ever let old R out of jail.
Newscast is presented by Rocket Mortgage. Need to know what it takes for a home loan to fit your budget and your family? Rocket can.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681.
Reputation Defender by Norton is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. 800-401-6681.
Grab your popcorn. Let's go to the movies.
I'm not the only one on this train looking for this case.
Bullet Train topped the box office again, bringing in another $13 million in its second weekend in theaters. But film critics say it was the slowest weekend of the summer. 3 other new releases didn't even crack the top 5.
Having any fun yet?
Meantime, Top Gun Maverick soared back into second place with $7 million. It's been in theaters now for 12 weeks. Maverick's also now just $5 million shy of breaking a record and overtaking Avengers Infinity War as the 6th biggest film of all time. CBS News. When it comes to inflation, being married appears to give you an even greater edge these days. The Wall Street Journal, citing new data from the Institute for Economic Equity in St. Louis Fed, says the money gap is widening. Median net worth of married couples 25 to 34 years old is even bigger after 2 pandemic years. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
The economy is heading for a total disaster. The Fed must choose between a stock market and housing market crash or hyperinflation high. This is Stephen K. Bannon, and I urge you to diversify your retirement savings into physical gold today. To help you get started, my friends at Birch Gold have created a free information kit on gold IRAs. To get your free copy, just text Safeguard to 989898. There's no obligation or purchase required. Again, that's Safeguard to 989898.
Oh man, I have another hangnail. You shouldn't pick at your toes. Daddy says you might cause ingrown toenails. Speaking of Daddy, it's time to remind people how important it is to see a podiatrist. Yeah, Shannon, our dad, Dr. Brian Kelly, treats things like tendonitis and bunions. If a person is diabetic, it's important to have a foot exam by a podiatrist. Call today for an appointment at 265-7585. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Kelly, and as a podiatrist, it is my job to identify small problems in your feet and help prevent them from becoming big problems. New government regulations allow for an annual diabetic foot exam to cut down on the number of amputations and control the cost of health care. So call me, Dr. Brian Kelly, at 265-7585. That's 265-7585. Locations in Montgomery and Greenville. Follow us on Facebook at Greenville Foot Care. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services. Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. No doubt. This is why so many people are joining MediShare right now. MediShare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly healthcare costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too. Now, during this challenging season, with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up, MediShare can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. And MediShare is a Christian sharing between the moon and New York City. Choose from to fit your budget.
I know it's crazy.
In a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now would be perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Alrighty then. And welcome back, everybody. Yep, I'm feeling pretty good this morning. I woke up, everything was in the same place I left it. Yep, yep, it all stayed in the same place I left it, so I'm good. You know, my brain was still working pretty good. At least some would doubt that at times, but it works pretty decent most of the time. There are moments I get some timers. You know, sometimes I remember and sometimes I don't, but that's okay. Anyways, our show's been brought to you this morning by JL Lane Truck and Auto. JL Lane Truck and Auto. You need a pre-loved car, a car that's been loved but not been loved up. Well, you need to go see those guys. Okay, they're located 208 Gun Road. 208 Gun Road. Now they got online inventory. Let me see what's on there. I'm trying to sell this thing. Let's see what's on the inventory here. So if you go to the website, jlanetruckandauto.com, and what you will see, a nice 2015 Ford Explorer XLT. Okay. You'll also see a Jeep, Patriot, Latitude. I mean, you'll see a lot of cars over there this morning that you would love to have in your repertoire. I'm still trying to sell this 2005 Lexus. I went over there and looked at it. It's a beautiful car. Okay, now you need to give them a call if you're interested in going over there, 272-4313, 272-4313. But let me assure you, if your credit's got a couple of dings on it and stuff like that, don't worry about that. They will let you buy there, they'll let you pay there, and so you don't have to worry about kissing a ring about Montgomery Credit Bureau. You don't have to worry about that, okay? Everybody has problems in life, okay? Don't let a problem, our job, Mr. Lane's job, and the guys over there, okay, and Steve, their job is to find a solution for your problem. And if your problem right now is walking and you need to be riding to get to work and do all the things you need to do, then I can't think of a better place you need to go to. And that is JL Lane Truck and Auto. Now you go to jlanetruckandauto.com and you will see the inventory, okay? And check back daily because it changes, okay? Online inventory, you can buy there, you can pay there, and the cars have been cleaned. They have been cleared of all known issues if it had any to begin with. They have passed a rigorous and vigorous inspection process. So if you're ready to ride, okay, yeah, and they're willing to have a little mercy on you. Just go in there, look the man straight in the eye. He'll tell you what he expects of you. You tell him what you expect of him, and y'all reach an agreement, and you can walk out riding, even though you came in walking. Okay, so give them a call, 272-4313. 272-4313. And if they don't have what you're looking for, ask Steve, especially say, can you get me one of these? Okay, chances are they'll be able to do that. Okay, again, that's JL Lane Truck and Auto, jlanetruckandauto.com. While you're at work now, you can go to the website now and look at the cars and see whether that's something on there you want to get today. All right, I'm just saying, just don't give up. Always keep trying, and they're willing to help you, okay? Again, remember this. You can buy there, you can pay there, okay? That's right, JL Lane Truck and Auto. 860-1440 is the number you want to give us a call. Tragic weekend. Tragic weekend. In my neck of the woods. They find a house near Pelzer and 3 people dead in it. That's startling. Now, the thing that I don't understand, and I haven't heard yet, I guess I have to employ some of my sources here. The thing I haven't heard is that what killed them. It's difficult to find 3 people. I mean, it's not difficult, I guess, but 3 people in the same house is gone, and nobody knows what happened. But I'm hoping that I'm hoping maybe it was one of those deals where somebody got a hold of the wrong thing or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what happened. I just know that it's a terrible situation. It's a terrible situation. And of course, as usual, it's people being shot over the weekend and stuff like that. That's not unusual. I mean, that's a regular occurrence now in the city of Montgomery, but not just the city of Montgomery. It's everywhere. And I don't know how much longer we can put this on the pandemic. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much longer. But I got some good news for once about public school. I got some good news. I do have some good news. So the other day, Z came home and I said, well, how was school? He said it was good. So I had to ask him again. Because 2 days in a row, he said it was good. I said, really? I said, yeah. I said, okay, all right. I'm not going to ask anything else because that way we can leave this conversation. It was good. So I don't know what's going on over there. Maybe this new superintendent is making a difference. Making a difference. And me, I'm always about the environment. I can't teach. Okay, I don't know anything about teaching. I wouldn't want to teach some of y'all little kids anyway. I wouldn't do it. So I'm not a teacher. Personally, I think they need $10,000 raise for putting up with somebody else's kids. I couldn't do it. But anyway, so it seems that now he's in a little special program together. But it seems though that the environment though, which is what I've been whining about for years, is looking up. So that's good. That's good. Okay, I don't think you shouldn't have to go to a private school to go in an environment of learning and create an environment of learning in the classroom. So evidently, he's okay with it. Now, next I got this week to go through, so I'll give you a week by week thing when it happens. Okay, but he's all right with it now. I don't know what's up with that. He's not complaining too much. But then again, it just started, so we'll see. But right now, I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy. Something is going on. That's better. All right. 860-1440 is the number here. You want to give us a call with whatever on your mind this morning. A lot of things going on. The Republicans have decided that they want a what do they call that? Where you cannot, if you got to be a Republican, a certified Republican to vote in the Republican of that. And listen, I don't have a problem with that. These are private organizations. I think you ought not be able to change over at will if they are now if they're a public organization. That's something, but they're a private organization. I think the Republicans and the Democrats have a right to make their own rules. But the whole thing about Sabrina Martin, I'm not too hot on that one because the folk and now you see people, now you see that you are not a Democrat or a Republican officially unless you belong to the party and a paid member. Because what the Democratic Party did in Montgomery, and it's their right to do it. It's their party. They said, well, we know you voted for this person, but we don't like her. For whatever reason, we don't like her, and we're not going to let you have her, even though the majority of people that voted for her. The people who actually made the decision are the folks who belong to the echelons of power. Did anybody come to anybody who voted for that woman and say, "Well, give us a do-over"? Yeah, give us a do-over, but don't you give us who you want us to have. Let us choose them. So again, I make my point. You're not a member of the Republican Party or the Democratic Party unless you are a card-carrying member. But you can vote Democrat and you can vote Republican all you want to. That's fine. But that don't make you one because you vote that way. I just thought now you guys see that. Hey, good morning. Who's this? Let me see if I can get this phone thing. Oh, yes. I'm doing fine, so don't mess it up. Now you see now you finna make me hang up on you. Now I don't have any problem with anybody saying anything about God, so don't tell that lie on me. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, if you work for somebody else, they can always can you. And I don't have time to go through all that, but go ahead, Ed. I said, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. What you got? Do, 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 do. Come on, Ed. I got all day now. Ed, Ed. Okay then. All right. Yeah. Uh, yeah. All right. All right, Mr. Ed. I think anyway. Good morning. Good morning. I'm fine. Uh, mm-hmm. Well, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm for that too. I'm for that too. If they're a private party, yeah. Yeah. And I don't know how we got, yeah, I don't know how we got in a position where were, yeah, where we paid. I mean, how do we get in a position that we pay for a private party's election? How do we get to that? Yeah. Mm, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Mm, right. Right. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yes, I hear you. Yeah. Well, now, wait a minute. Wait now, they didn't exactly do it. Wait a minute. When Barack Obama and Bush, wait a minute. When Barack Obama and Bush wait. No, I'm just saying they did it and they wouldn't give the paper. Okay, but why Trump to a different standard than everybody else? Mm. Mm. Right, but my thing is that don't think right. But my thing is that don't think you're a member of the Democrat or the Republican Party unless you pay. You're not a member. You can vote Democrat or Republican all you want to. You are not a member. Well, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean I agree with you. But don't. But you got these people under the false impression that their vote matters and that they matter. They don't. Unless you're a member of that organization, you don't matter. If you're a member, you're a member. If you're not a member, you're not a member. Yeah, I'm not. Right. And then you're a member. Well, it's called membership. Mm. Right. I'm just saying though, but all black folks been voting Democrat for their whole life, all of them, and most of them never been a member of that party. Never. Exactly. But we're the only group of people at 98 percentile vote for one party. We're the only group. Okay. And 90% of them don't vote one way. We do. He didn't break the law. He didn't break the law. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're wrong or not. It yeah. Okay. And the Democrats and wait and the Democrats right. But since I have been here, the Democratic Party have allowed known Republicans to switch over for political reason, not doctrinal reason, not philosophical reason, but for political reasons. Since I have from judges to all kind of officers, they've allowed people to come to their party because the money was right. It's got nothing to do with philosophy. It's got nothing to do with a fervent belief. It's all about the cash. We'll be back.
WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 14.
I'll keep holding on.
Custom blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blinds blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use the code RADIO at checkout. Blindster.com.
Most of us are entirely dry through about 4 o'clock with
sun and clouds. Temperatures get up to 96 or 97 degrees, so a very hot day. After 4 o'clock into the evening hours, isolated and scattered showers and storms are possible as they move in from the north, and some of those could be strong. For Tuesday, we are likely dry, just a slight chance of a storm, highs in the mid-90s. Mid-90s again Wednesday with scattered showers and storms and high rain chances to end the work week. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we've got an accident with injury. Atlanta Highway at Burbank, so please be advised if you're heading in that direction. Atlanta Highway at Burbank, accident with injury. Outside of that, we're good. Interstate system's moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area. You keep listening, and we will keep you posted. Fall registration at Trenum State is going on now with classes starting August 19th. Change your life and make your dreams a reality. Call Trenum State today. Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is a major delay.
You love your car, yes. But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
With Kevin Elkins in the morning, Dan Bongino for the midday, and Sean Hannity for your afternoon. It's News Radio 1440 all day. Depend on it.
Almost 3 million people use Device to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthy. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Device, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with coward suction. But what do doctors have to say about Device? Here's Dr. Tony Farmer, a board-certified nose and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come to my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio, with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio station simply to play the music you love. Text LOCAL to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Attention River Region. Don't wait on one of those internet companies to hopefully call you back. You'll be disappointed even if they do. Just Blinds and Travel is here to make sure your home has the look and feel of the best American-made window treatments, including motorization and smart home options. Your guests will love them as much as you do. For over 35 years, Just Blinds has been the trusted local source for quality, beauty, and customer satisfaction, serving Lake Martin, Auburn, and the River Region.
Rabies is a viral disease that can infect all mammals, including humans. This is State Public Health Veterinarian Dr. D. Jones. Protect yourself, your family, and your pet, not just by staying away from wild animals that often carry the virus, but also by getting your pets vaccinated. Raccoons and bats are the most common carriers of the rabies virus. The first reaction may be to approach a strange acting or injured animal, but oftentimes people are bitten or scratched while trying to help these animals. The best approach may be to contact your local animal control officers. If you are bitten or scratched by an animal, you should seek medical attention immediately. Although rabies is 100% fatal, it is also 100% preventable.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. You know, this whole presidential records issue with Trump. Did you guys know? Now, I'm not saying it's exactly the same thing because my security clearance doesn't reach that high. So I don't really know exactly what the 100% truth is. But I do know it is a fact, according to sources, that President Obama took 30 million documents to Chicago. Now, according to the according to some sources, that well, these were cleared by the National Records Archive or whatever the hell that is. Now, I don't know how long it takes to go through 30 million documents, but I'm pretty sure they didn't go through all 30 million. Okay, I'm sure they did not. Now, if we believe that there's not a double standard in this country, we are fooling ourselves. We passing through the graveyard, act like ain't no graves over there. Okay, so they're lying. Okay, okay. If you think 30 million documents that Obama took to Chicago were systematically and systemically looked at by members of the National Archives and Records Act. Okay, right. And I got a bridge I want to show you in Alaska. Good morning. Who's this? I don't know, man. What country was it? Yeah, yeah, that's true too. I just don't know. Yeah, at home. Mm, mm-hmm. Yeah. And Comey said, well, she didn't really mean to break the law. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's treason. That's treason. No, no, no. Yeah. The Republicans are going to have to play hardball. All this standing off at the side, whining will not. I thought they were the intelligentsia of our political process. They better start using their brains and learn how to beat some of this propaganda, or else they're gonna get the wood to them every doggone time. They really are. And I'm Rand Paul. I had some hope for Rand, but sometimes Rand goes spineless too. And I don't know what the hell is wrong with with the guy from Utah. What's his problem? Senator Romney, and I liked him, but he yes, that's my next president. I'm gonna vote for him next, unless unless the lieutenant governor of North Carolina runs, then I'll have to put Santos on the back burner there. I'm going to go with that guy. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Then that's a winning. All right, yeah. That's a winning ticket for me. Let me see how many. Okay, we go right here. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, Steve. Oh, here we go. Another sympathizer. Another sympathizer. 30 million documents, brother. 30 million. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, Renee. Yeah, the fake indictment. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, if that's disloyalty, that's disloyalty. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Do they put their pants on the way I do? Okay, and they got to be right, and they got to be right also. They put this man's life. Wait a minute. They put this man's life online, huh? He the president. Bush did. Wait. He was. Bush did it. Obama did it. Wait a minute. Bush did it. Obama did it. I'm pretty sure it was all recorded. I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute. Did not Obama tell Putin or one of those big Russians, wait till I get reelected and then we can talk about things? Did he not say did he not say that? Come on, man. So what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, now you're going. Oh, do you really believe that Trump? Do you really believe that Trump was selling national secret to the Chinese, to the Russians? What about? Yeah, I hear you, brother. Wait a minute. What about the guy who was on the Senate Intelligence Committee was actually sleeping with a Chinese spy, Democrat, sleeping with a Chinese? That was his girlfriend. We don't know. We don't know because he's on the intelligence committee. So he had access to all kinds of things. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Listen. You don't like Trump. I got that part. You don't like Trump. I got that. I ain't mad at it. Yeah. Yeah. You don't like Trump. I got it. We don't worry about it. Good morning. That's you there, Sergeant McCoy. Good morning. Yes. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. You're right. And they didn't lock her up. They didn't. No. Yeah. Wait a minute. She took a private, brother. She had a private server at her house. Yeah, well, right. Now we'll take the president can't right, but the president can't lock anybody up. It's got to come to the Department of Justice. Well, now once you bring that up, it's true he didn't, but he couldn't do it. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. 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 So let me ask you a question here. Just be reasonable here. Did the president, the non-president of the United States, when he was vice president, he went to Ukraine and told them the district, their attorney general, quote unquote, over there, that if you do not do what we ask you to do, we're not going to give you money. Now, Donald Trump made the same inference and they tried to put him in jail for it. So is there a double standard or not? Is there a double standard in the American justice system or not? Oh, no, it's on tape. It's on tape, brother. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, and let's hope so. And it should be that way on both. It should be that way on both sides. But the Democrats are notorious for allowing Republicans to come over there if they got the right money. I've seen it since I've been here. I've seen it. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But the people who voted for this person have no sense. Are you going to tell me after all that voting, they came out and vote? No. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Hey, I just want a fairness, bro. I just want a fairness. That's all. Anyway, we'll be back. I mean, I like Fernando. It seemed like to me, since he ran against her law, he ought to get the win. But that's yeah, okay. But that's the way they do things. We'll be back.
Your WS weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindster today and save big. Blindster.com.
Most of us are entirely dry through about 4 o'clock with the sun and clouds. Temperatures get up to 96 or 97 degrees, so very hot day. After 4 o'clock,
on my own.
Showers and storms are possible as they move in from the north, and some of those can be strong. For Tuesday, we're likely dry with a slight chance of a storm, highs in the 90s. Mid-90s again Wednesday with scattered showers and storms and high rain chances to end the work week.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Got a couple of things going on. In Prattville, the 200 block of Camellia Drive, there's an accident there. In Atlanta Highway at Burbank, we've got an accident with injury reported at that location. So be careful in both of those areas. And if you see something else giving you trouble with traffic, safely contact us. We'll pass the info along. Whether your credit's perfect or just plain bad, approval for an equity loan on your home or land is a phone call away. But you have to call. Call the A-Team at MCS in Wetumpka, 567-9000, and MLS 232-876. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
You love your car, yes? But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
Septic tanks are used where municipal sewers are not available, and maintenance is important. Failing septic tank systems can endanger your family, pollute the environment, and can be expensive to repair. You can prevent your system from failing by having your tank pumped every 3 to 5 years, keep a separate container for grease, and dispose of it properly. Use detergents low in phosphates, and spread laundry over several days as to not overload the system with too much water. This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
I'm Aaron Tippett. I've been blessed to be able to make a living at what I love, making music for more than 25 years. But it didn't get there overnight. There were a lot of long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. Good things in life don't always come easy, but when you sweat for what you want, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunities present themselves, you got to be ready to grab them. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lonray Pelusi with today's Tip for Kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Getting ready for a new baby is a busy time. An important decision is how you will feed your baby. Breastfeeding will give your baby the best start in life. Breast milk is easy to digest and it has all the nutrients your baby needs. Breast milk protects babies from diseases and infections, and the close physical contact creates a special bond. If you have questions about breastfeeding, talk with your pediatrician and visit healthychildren.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's Tip for Kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, you are your child's first teacher. Like all students, kids will make mistakes. Your goal is to encourage the behavior you want to see, set clear expectations, reward good behavior, and withdraw privileges when needed. What doesn't work is spanking. It only increases the risk your child will be aggressive. For more strategies on child behavior, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Did you know that Alabama law requires all pets to be currently vaccinated against rabies? This is State Public Health Veterinarian Dee Jones. Rabies vaccination not only protects dogs and cats from the deadly virus, it also reduces the risk to the owners who can unknowingly be exposed by their unvaccinated pets. Help us protect you, your family, and your pet by getting them vaccinated today.
This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We're retired, and this is how we live united.
We decided to volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
United Way is how we contribute, because we know our time and money are going to the right places.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement, too. We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic. We don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. We're ready to go here. We're doing all right. Anyway, good morning, Joe. I forgot who put that. A Cool in the Game? Yeah, Summer Man. I remember that back in the day. Let's go back to phone and see who is there, who's been waiting the longest. Okay, this guy right. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. I'm doing fine. I don't know. I don't know who's been indicted. I don't think Steve said that. I don't think Steve said that. I don't think that was Steve that said that. Hey. Yeah. Well, put him on the phone. Let me talk to him. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes. Well, if he said anything but yes, he don't know. That's right. That's right. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I did it. Well, put him. Wait a minute. I tell you what. Here's what I'm willing to do. Wait a minute. Here's what I'm willing to do. Wait a minute. Here's what I want to do. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here's what I'm willing to do. To satisfy this question, I I do. Well, I didn't take the picture. I didn't take the picture. Somebody else took it. Anyway, so here's my. Wait a minute. Wait, can I get a word in here? Let me get a word in first. Then I'll let you go on. Let me get a word in. Now, if this guy thinks I'm a liar, okay, I'll come down and open up a can of whip ass on him. Okay, that's right. I'll take his sergeant major stripes and smack him with them. Okay, that's right. Smack him. Don't tell me what I did. I know I jumped that edge Chinook 8 times in one day, and the regulation said you can't do it. Matter of fact, it was 4. You're supposed to do 4. But Conrad said, y'all gonna jump these chutes. That's exactly what we did. You went on mess with Sergeant, some Command Sergeant Major Conrad. Anyway, good morning. Fine. Yes.
Hear this on MSNBC, CNN, all these other left wing, but you've had it on Fox News. Trump visited his Mar-a-Lago for his vacation. He had a standing order on record that any secret document that went to his hotel while he went on vacation was automatically declassified, because as president, he had the authority to automatically declassify something. So anything that was down there prior to Biden getting inaugurated, if it's there, automatically just declassified. Any document that went down there once Biden became president, that's a problem. So all you little friends there, they really need to understand Trump was smart in that regard. Second, what they've done now is they have united all the Republicans behind Trump. I said this on your radio. I was not going to vote for Trump if he ran again, because I wanted DeSantis to be the standard bearer. I wanted him to be the Republican nominee. Not anymore. I want Trump to declare it, and as soon as he declares it, there will not be another Republican running against Trump. Would you agree?
Well, I don't. I mean, I like DeSantis. I don't know. Put it this way: if the race is between him and Biden, there's no doubt I'd vote for Trump. However, it may be time to clear the air and just, you know, I don't know if that's going to be. I'm not sure of that. I think there are people who are just tired of the arguing back and forth. I don't think they're going to keep every. There's a Romney. Romney's not crazy about Trump. I don't know what he is actually. Mm. Mm-hmm. Right. 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 Mm. But let me ask you a question. You are not the least bit either frustrated or tired of the fighting. I am. Yeah, I am. But if it's Biden and Trump, that's an easy pick. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. You would. Yeah. 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 Mm. I don't know, bro. All right, appreciate it. Let me take one more here. One more here. One more here. Okay. Good morning. Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They all do it. They all done it. Has he been found guilty? Has he been found guilty of any of those? Has he been found guilty of any of those? Okay, well then when the process is over, then he's found guilty, then we can say he got found guilty. Because y'all prejudiced. Oh, I'm tired of it, but it's coming from him, so it don't matter. Hey man, listen, you can call me back because I gotta go. You can call me back if you want to. We'll be back. I'm a super duper paratrooper, baby. I'm worried about that.
SFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jeff Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Monday. The Alabama Republican Party passed a resolution over the weekend condemning the Biden administration for the FBI raid of former President Donald Trump's home in Florida.
I knew I had a
the
record.
party's annual meeting in Montgomery, it passed overwhelmingly. Intelligence officials say 11 sets of classified documents were seized in that raid. So far, no word on what they found. Alabama Republican leaders called the raid an overreach. It might be a good week to eat out in Alabama. It's Alabama Restaurant Week. The goal is to celebrate the great variety of restaurants and support local businesses. It runs through August 28th. Gas prices continue to fall across the nation and in Alabama. The average in Alabama right now is $3.55 a gallon regular. That's down 10 cents in the last week and 64 cents from just 1 month ago. The national average is $3.96 a gallon. That's your news on this Monday morning. I'm Jed Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom.
WLWI AM.
The home of the Ben Shapiro Show and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM Montgomery.
A Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Britain has just become the first country in the world to approve a new COVID vaccine targeting newer variants. Correspondent Vicki Barker is at the foreign desk.
Moderna's Philip Cruz says human trials have shown the company's new 2-in-1 vaccine gives just as good protection against Omicron as its first jab did against the original strain of COVID-19.
That gives us the confidence that this truly can work against the Omicron strain.
UK regulators have approved the new vaccine as a booster for adults. It may offer protection for up to a year. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
In Afghanistan, supporters are celebrating 1 year to the day. The Taliban took back control of Kabul after years of fighting with the U.S. and its allies. Correspondent Imtiaz Tayyab is there.
For the Taliban, today is a day of joy as hundreds fill the central Kabul square just yards from where the U.S. Embassy once stood, waving flags and chanting, "God is great," rejoicing that it's back in control of a country it once ruled from 1996 up until the 2001 Allied invasion that followed the 9/11 attacks.
U.S. law enforcement has issued a warning about potential violence over online chatter following last week's search of former President Trump's estate in Florida. Correspondent Jeff Pegues has more from Washington.
The former president posted on Sunday great simmering anger after agents carried out a search warrant to recover classified government documents from Mar-a-Lago.
Social media posts have called for planting a dirty bomb, even a civil war. Violence outside a Six Flags amusement park north of Chicago. Visitors scrambled for safety as Gurnee police say people got out of a car in the parking lot, shot at another person, then drove away. A 17-year-old boy and a 19-year-old girl both wounded in their legs. As kids head back to class, a new poll finds many moms and dads worried about getting them to and from school. CBS's Elise Preston.
The University of Michigan survey shows more than a quarter of parents believe elementary and middle schoolers are more likely to get hurt in the drop-off area. Speeding, distracted driving, and children not staying on sidewalks are just some of the issues fueling parents' concerns.
A warming planet has left lawns crispy in the Northeast and farmers begging for rain. That includes Brian Kemp in Sudbury, Vermont.
It may just be the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, if the farm's been struggling financially.
He says his pastures at Mountain Meadows are struggling to come back because of the drought. S&P futures down 31. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. No doubt. This is why so many people are joining MediShare right now. MediShare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly health care costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too, especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up. MediShare can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. And MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that's worked beautifully for 27 years. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second. And if you call,
You can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now is the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
Israeli officials say 2 victims are in serious condition after a gunman opened fire at a bus near Jerusalem's Old City, wounding 8 people.
American tourist Menachem Palace described the attack to Israel's I-24.
I heard a gunshot. I looked and I saw the window like shattered. So I quickly ducked and I saw I had blood everywhere over here.
Another 4 of the injured were American citizens, all ultra-Orthodox Jews from Brooklyn. After a widespread manhunt, the gunman turned himself in to police. Linda Gradstein for CBS News, Jerusalem.
The Chicks remembered Olivia Newton-John at a concert in Washington. Natalie Maines told fans the world lost a sweetheart. Newton-John died last month from cancer. She was 73. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Your local radio stations are here for you. No subscriptions or monthly fees necessary. We're here to give you the news, weather, and traffic you need, and the music you love. But if the foreign-owned record labels get their way, it could stop the music. They want Congress to force radio stations to pay them more money, simply to play their music. Don't let radio go silent. Text LOCAL to 52886 and tell Congress to protect local radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Your Montgomery Biscuits are ready to take on the 2022 season with the best fans in minor league baseball. Join us for a summer full of theme weekends, celebrations, and the best biscuits in town. For ticket information, go to biscuitsbaseball.com or call the box office at 323-BALL.
Summer is here, so get out and enjoy the sun. At Taliesin, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's easy with the Make This the Summer event. The all-new Grand Wagoneer is here and ready for you and the great family fun. Summer is a blast in the new Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger with 0% APR for 72 months. Make this the summer. Hop online. We're here by chat, text, and phone to help you. TaliesinAutomotive.com. Drive a little, save a lot. With approved credit plus finance from Chrysler Capital. $88,000 finance, the only change all factory setup. Easy to lose.
Waiting was such a mistake. That's one of the things we hear most after we've successfully treated one of our patients for erectile dysfunction. At Montgomery Men's Health, we want you to know first and foremost that waiting is a mistake, because the longer you wait, the more difficult it can be to treat your ED. Using what you've got is important, not just for your relationship, but for your overall health. There's some truth to the phrase, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. At Montgomery Men's Health, we'll fight for your ability to consistently perform without the anxiety that so many men experience. In fact, you might even find you performing like you haven't in a long time. We only treat ED and low T at Montgomery Men's Health, and we've successfully treated many men with protocols that are effective in nearly 90% of cases. We also have a full complement of treatments, including acoustic wave therapy, so you get the one that works best for you. So don't wait. Make an appointment. For just $99, you'll get a medical consultation, blood work, and if medically advised, a test goes. Call today, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663, or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Is the voice of the conservative millennial. The Ben Shapiro Show, Monday night at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay, I got you. All right, there. You know, I don't really mind being called a liar if I'm using a little bit of hyperbole sometimes. You know, I mean, you know, okay, I'll fudge a little here and a little there, but there's certain things that you just don't fudge on. You don't fudge on your airborneness. Okay, you just don't fudge on that. You know what I'm saying? So I've got to get somebody from second bat to validate what I'm telling you folks. Okay, so I'm working on that right now. I got to get somebody from 2nd Battalion, 2nd 75th Infantry at Fort Lewis, Washington, to validate that. I jumped 8 times in one day out of a Chinook helicopter. Okay, I'm telling you, I know I was there. Yeah, I had to get it. I had to jump down, get back up, jump, get back up, jump, get back up. Now I'll tell you how that story happened. Now, unfortunately, you're not supposed to do that. The Army at that time said you could do it 3 times, or 4 times, as a matter of fact, I think. So here's what happened. That I'm done with this for a second. So that's how we're gonna always, since he's always accusing me of doubting my veracity. We started RIP class. RIP is called RIP, Ranger Indoctrination Program. That means when you go to the Ranger Battalion, you don't get to go to the company. You don't get to just show up until they waste a whole lot of time on you, and then you wimp out. So you don't get to do that. You don't get it. You got to go through what we call Ranger Indoctrination Program. But I'll get to that another time, because right now I got people on the phone call want to talk about other things. So, but just to end at this point, we started with 40 people. By the time we got down to jumping, we had 13. Okay, the rest of them wussed out. Okay, not me though, because I'm the bad, mean mamma jamma. And besides that, if I'd have wussed out, then I'd had to go home and explain to my folks, why I didn't make it. And that we don't want to do that. We don't go through all that. No, we don't want to do that. 14 minutes. Let's see. Good morning. Who's this? Let me see if I get this. No. Yes. Sure. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess I would have pleaded it too. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't. She gone. They ain't gonna never do nothing to her. So I mean, but no. But let's. She should have. She should have been indicted for taking military top secret stuff, serve it to her home, conduct. Well, because they didn't want to. That's why, because they didn't want to. The FBI director said she didn't mean to do it. Now, if you and I go down the street with marijuana in our car and they catch with marijuana, yeah, but again, he refused to they refused. The president can't arrest anybody. Okay, he can ask for it. Well, yeah, I don't know. He didn't like Trump either. Yeah. Well, let's go on something. Go on something. Wait, I can't undo that. I can't undo that. So, what else you got? Okay, but that's a dead deal. I mean, it's obvious that our system of government, it's obvious that our justice system is partial to Democrats. They just are. They don't do the Democrats what they try to do to Republicans. It is what it is. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. He didn't. Let me move on to something else. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Who said so? Who says? I never said I was a conservative. Oh, okay. I'm a moderate. And that don't make him right. Right, but that doesn't make them right, though. That doesn't make them right. There, yeah. Okay. Well, right. But what are you talking about? You lose. What do you take? The government is supposed to work for us, but the government's supposed to work for us and not us working for them. When, well, sometimes, well, but it is about right and wrong. It is about right and wrong. Yeah, yeah. hmm What man in the cornfield? Right? Okay, I'm a little confused, but okay. And we were doing well, and we were doing well under Trump as president. Well, whatever, I was living pretty good. Yeah, so I ain't mad at Trump because the media is biased. They are biased against them. They make stuff up. Wait a minute, wait a minute. They make things. The media makes stuff up. Hey, they make things up. They made something about an dossier, a thing over in Russia. They make things up. Why? Well, but what they got to do with anything? That's right. Cause see, once I say it, it's gone. It's going out of the mind. It's history. I'm done. Yes. Yeah. What? What are they doing that's stupid? Well, listen. You know what? Wait. I bet. Wait a minute. I bet you during the civil rights struggles and all those things, there were many people. Wait. There were many people who were told, "Don't do that because it could cost you something," and it did cost them something. But because some people are willing to pay it, we're free. We are better off today than we were in 1961. Somebody, somebody has got to stand up. And it's still the government. And hey, yeah. It's still the government against the people. Okay, okay. Well, it's a good thing that I'm going to add. Okay, listen. It's a good thing that our founding father said it's government of the people, by the people, for the people. We don't work for the government. I did. Listen, no. Again. All right. See, again, it's the formula that's worked, not the people. Formula's been a good formula. Let me see. Good morning. Fine. How you? It ain't. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Well, if it's him, listen, if it's him and Biden, there's no doubt I'm gonna vote for Trump. But I'm hoping that somebody else gets in the race, and just so we can find some peace in America, because the system is against Trump. Right? Right. Well, that is true. Mm. We got people, yeah, in everything. As a matter of fact, we got people sitting outside people sitting outside the light bill company. Yeah, yeah. And we got folks sitting outside the light bill company trying to figure how they're gonna pay they got the same income, how they're gonna pay their bill because our great president and administration up there is causing everything to go up. Uh, there's just something wrong with our country right now. I don't know what it is. Our nation. We do. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate your call. Well, good. Somebody on my side. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Don't forget our show's been brought to you in part by JL Lane Truck and Auto. JL Lane Truck and Auto. Online inventory, and you can find that online inventory at jlanetruckandauto.com. The number is 272-4313. Ask for Steve. You got online inventory. Go to the website, jlanetruckandauto.com. And all these cars have been cleaned and cleared of all known and even unknown issues. They have passed a rigorous inspection process. And so if you're ready to ride, go to 208 Gun Road or call them 272-4313. And if they don't have it, you ask Steve, can he get it? And don't forget, here's the greatest part about this. Your credit doesn't have to be spotless and spectacular. They'll work with you. They'll work with you. You be straight up with them, they'll be straight up with you. And I guarantee you, if you can't get a car from JL Lane Truck and Auto, then that means you won't be able to you might well just go home and sit in a room because won't nobody give you a car. These folks, they go all out to make sure that you get a ride. That way you can go to work, take the kids out for a summer stroll or whatever that y'all do in the springtime or the wintertime or fall, whatever time it is here. They'll make sure that you can do it. Okay. I'm just saying. So you can come in walking, but you can leave riding and talking. Okay, I'm just telling you, if anybody in this town can put you in an automobile, as long as you're honest with people, you can do it. And just think about it. You can pay there and you can buy there. So what's that number? 272-4313. Just call them, tell you heard about them on the radio, and as soon as you get yourself in a position, you're going to come see them. That's all I ask you to do. Just call them, let them know that you heard about them. 272-4313. So you may not be ready right now, but when you are ready, don't go any place else but JL Lane Truck and Auto. I'm just telling you, you might want to do that. Do it for me. But ultimately, you're going to do it for yourself. We'll be back.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
sponsored by Blindster. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindster today and save big. Blindster.com.
Good morning, Montgomery. A couple of things going on. Troy Highway in front of Trenton State. We've got an accident there. It looks like 2 wrecks reported Norman Bridge at Edgemont. So keep your eyes open in both of those areas. If you see something else giving you trouble, safely contact us. We'll pass the info along. At ReinhardtToyota.com, you can see and purchase vehicles that are on order and haven't arrived yet. Get the Toyota you want at ReinhardtToyota.com. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
You love your car, yes? Well, why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Because this had backfired and blown up in their face all week, all of a sudden we get the leak. Because every American will take note if it has to do with nuclear weapons, so we're just going to leak that next. And by the way, all of this rhetoric against the FBI, no, I'm going out of my way as I have my entire, all during the Russia collusion lie hoax, I go out of my way to praise the rank and file, because I do respect them. And then they say, this talk of the FBI abusing power and being corrupt, I talked about it for 3 years, but I always made the distinction, saying you can't trust this FBI or DOJ. They have earned our distrust. Well, that means you want some people to harm them. God, no, never.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
The economy is heading for a total disaster. The Fed must choose between a stock market and housing market crash or hyperinflation high. This is Stephen K. Bannon, and I urge you to diversify your retirement savings into physical gold today. To help you get started, my friends at Birch Gold have created a free information kit on gold IRAs. To get your free copy, just text Safeguard to 989898. There's no obligation or purchase required. Again, that's Safeguard to 989898.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, it can be scary to hand the car keys to your teenager. To help your teen stay safe, be a good role model and follow traffic laws yourself. Set rules for your teen, including wearing a seatbelt, driving only during the day, and with limited distractions, including from their passengers. Finally, make sure your teen knows it is never okay to text and drive. For a sample driving agreement for teens, visit healthychildren.org.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay, we're back. I'm ready to roll here. I'm doing pretty good. All right, I just sent Sergeant Major a letter. Okay, so he's gonna be on the show sometime this week. Okay, so you guys will know I don't be lying about these things. I'm a true soldier. Okay, used to be. Let's see who's next right here. Good morning. Yes. I don't care. Huh? I don't know, man. Listen, somebody said you stand for something or you fall for anything. And I ain't the one that's falling for anything. He does? Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It is. It is. Yeah. I hear you, bro. Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Those things do have a tendency to happen sometimes. Good morning. Uh, good morning. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Why is that? Why do you think they did? Because politically they didn't want to. And a server in her house. Well, and that was crazy too. And he shouldn't have done. And that did come up. He shouldn't have done that either. Yeah. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm with you. So in other words, if you're not going to prosecute one, then don't prosecute anybody.
She didn't pack it up and take it to her house.
Who packed it up and took it to the house? Wait a minute. She took it to her. She allowed it to be installed in her home.
You know, actually, you can set up. Okay, that server belongs to Bill Clinton as a former.
Okay.
She used his account. She used her account on that server. You just like you can set up a server at your house.
Well, that's true, but official government business, the apparatus that carries that communication should not be in your house. Right? Absolutely not. You think that's a good? You think that's a good reason? No, Obama did it too. 30 million pieces of paper. So why do they keep going after him? So why are they going after him and not the rest of them? Right. Mm. Well, they're not going to do that. The Republicans don't have the. They're not going to do that. Yeah. Right. Well, they're not going to do it. The Republicans, not Listen. Listen. I don't really vote for Republicans or Democrats. I vote for whoever I think got some gonads. And lately, that hasn't been very many people. Not on the national level. So, yeah, right. Right. Well, I'm sure he didn't declassify everything, but the one evidently. Okay, but okay, that's his prerogative. Hmm. Well, again, yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on in Mar-a-Lago, or even in Washington D.C. right now. But I do know one thing: there's a double standard here. I'm with you. I know, about, yeah, I know. I know about the Freedom of Information Act. I got that. Well, if you go through the proper channels, and and you get it declassified, you go to Freedom of Information. Most things you can actually get if you want to go through well, that I don't know. Listen, I just had a secret clearance. I didn't have top secret, so I don't. They didn't let me see much no way. So, right. Oh, okay. Well, okay. I'm going with you. If you say so. Okay. Well, I understand. I understand. I, I was carrying somebody's briefcase a couple times too, just because they was going to the car. So that's it. I got to go. I got you. I'm with you. Okay, appreciate it. Nice to know you had one of them top secret cleared, brother. We'll be back right after this. 8:36 in the morning. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, do you feel low? Men, this is for you. Do you feel you got low energy, low libido? You may have low T. That's right, low testosterone. You may have that. And if you do, Montgomery Men's Health want to help you out now. For only $99, you can go over there, get your T checked out, make sure everything is pumping where it's supposed to go, make sure the T is going where it go, and the O goes where it needs to go. Okay, remember this. Remember when you was young, not so long ago? Nothing could top you, nothing could stop you. You had your energy to do 2 days in one day. Well, you're not feeling that way anymore, because once you hit the age of 25, 30 years old, your testosterone starts to dwindle a little bit. But Montgomery Men's Health can help you for $99. This is the best $99 you're going to spend, okay? Because you, my friends, can check things out, make sure it's working well. $99. You have never spent $99 in your whole life that is going to do this much for you. So give them a call, 440-3663. Get that libido back. So okay, you got sweet. Okay, hopefully you don't have sweet tea. High tea and low tea. Okay, what you need is some higher T. Okay, testosterone. Okay, so you can have it again. So give those guys a call. That's why you feeling all in. That's why you got a loss of energy. That's why you all pooped out. Come on, man. Let's get going. Okay, you'll be energetic like me. Okay, I went over there, had my T checked, and listen. When I walked out there, they were all clapping. I mean, I understand that. So we'll be back. So give them a call. 440-3663. 440-3663. Montgomery Men's Health. Okay, I got to come up with a rhyme for this. I'll come back I'll give you one when I come back. We'll be back. Okay. Okay, guys. Hey, I appreciate. Thanks for. Yeah. I'll come back another time. I'll come back another time out there. I mean, I understand what's going on out there. Guys, I'm leaving the. I'm leaving the. Okay, I got it. Yeah. You don't need to do all that. I'm leaving Montgomery Men's Health right now, and this is what happens every time I come over there. Okay, yeah, I'm on remote right now. Yeah, this is what happens every time. Every time. I got you. I got you. I know. Hey, listen. You humble me. You humble me. I'm just saying. See, this is what happened every time. Okay, guys, let's give it a break. This is what happened every time I go to get my tea checked. I understand. I got you. 8:44 in the morning. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Save some for somebody else. Okay, I'm just saying. It's tough being me some mornings. Anyway, move right along. Other things. I don't know how I got stuck in that conversation all morning long. Here's what we have figured out. Nobody is going to change anybody's mind politically on what they believe. It's not going. I mean, if they can change your mind, I would dare tell you that that you didn't believe it. What say you? Anyway, hey, let me give some props out to former Chief Supreme Court Justice, State of Alabama, Roy Moore, because he has won a defamation lawsuit against Democratic aligned super PAC over campaign ads dating back to his failed 2017 Senate bid. Republican Roy Moore of Alabama has won a defamation lawsuit against the Democratic aligned super PAC over campaign ads dating to his failed 2017 Senate bid. A jury has awarded Roy Moore $8.2 million in damages Friday after finding a democratically aligned super PAC made false and defamatory statements with TV ads during the U.S. Senate race. And that's how you got Doug, whatever his name was. That's how you put him in there, okay? Moore called the ruling a vindication, okay? The Senate Majority PAC argued the ad was substantially true and planned to appeal. Substantially true. Well, Moore is a former judge known for backing public display of the Ten Commandments and a hardline stance against same-sex marriages. Misconduct allegation against Moore rocked his 2017 race, which was won by a Democrat, which was a sort of like a something anyway. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Well, we know what that was all about. Now here's another one. And it's the same. The Montgomery Police Department investigating after 3 people were found dead in a residential area on Saturday morning, about 5 o'clock or so. During MPD's office, officers were called to the 3700 block of Pelzer Avenue between Coliseum Boulevard and Dalraida Road about 5:30 on Saturday. Police said the 2 men and a woman were pronounced dead at the scene. Police, of course, are referring to the incident as a death investigation. Okay. State GOP approves resolution calling for closed primaries in Alabama. The governing body of the Alabama Grand Old Party voted Saturday to approve a resolution calling for the legislature to require voters to register with a party before they can vote in the party's primary. The resolution passed an 81 percentile. I kind of changed my mind about this. At first, I said, okay, this is good. But no. I think people ought to be able to vote whoever the hell they want to vote for without belonging to a party. Okay. Now, if you belong to a party, if you are officially a member, you call yourself a member of the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, to get the benefits, you should join. Okay, you should join. But then you're subject to the rules and all that stuff. Well, if you're just a voter going in there, it seems like to me that, you go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe, whatever the case may be. And if he screams, let him go. I don't know. I may not be. I don't know. I think if I vote a Democrat and I try out that the Democrats suck during the general election, why shouldn't I be able to go vote for the other guy? I'm not going to give it back. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me get the baby whining thing out first. I got to get something for you here. Yes.
As far as, I think Bud had mentioned something along the line that every Republican is going to fall in line. Well, I beg to differ because there's word out there that Liz Cheney may run as an independent Republican in the presidential election. And I guarantee you the United States as a whole is not like Wyoming, where Republicans outnumber the Democrats 72 to 26%. So stay tuned for Liz Cheney coming back with a reckoning, because people know who she is, and I would vote for her. I would vote for her, over Biden, because I believe that she's a woman of principle. She's one of the old school true Republicans, where blacks were actually, blacks are more conservative than what people, socially conservative than what people actually give them credit for. So somebody like Liz Cheney, when we know she's fair and even-handed and she stands on principles, yeah, you'll find a lot of us switch over to vote for her.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Wait. Let me ask you a question. Okay. Besides maybe being a little bit dogmatic about his political views, why do you believe there's so many people that support Trump, even though we are not necessarily in agreement with his delivery process of his message? Why do you believe there's so, and we all are not fools, we all are not dumb. Why do you believe we support that man fervently? Again, though, you're missing a point, though. What we don't like worse. But we don't like worse. We want a country that runs well and gives opportunity to everybody who's willing to put in the work. Well, now let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Besides making sure that men can marry men, women can marry women, you can kill your children at will. What do the Democrats offer the other side? Then we might well bring back slavery, because there are people who wanted to make sure that other people were subservient to them. Again, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We don't. So why is it so important to the Democrats that we know what goes on in their house? We don't care. Well, but here's the problem. Wait a minute. Let's be fair here. If you get sick with some dastardly disease, You can affect hundreds of people by merely going to their right. So I think that is a public health issue, not one that's about privacy. And we take shots, right? And why do we take the shots? Why do we take the shots? Exactly. It's about the exactly. Well, again, that's what they were trying to do. But again, there are a lot of people. Listen, if you don't want to take the shot, I think you got the freedom. If you got the freedom to kill your children, that right. Although, wait. Here's the deal, though. Nobody ever asked the child. It's your job. Wait. It's the parent's job to do that. And they do by saying no. Well, nobody. Again, how much government do we want in our lives? Well, but because that's a duty. That's a duty. You have a duty to protect your country. That's a duty. Sure, but I'm saying you have a duty to protect your country and defend your homeland. What the hell that guy? What Mar-a-Lago got to do with his documents? Okay. Okay. And so having a server in your house with 33,000 emails on it, that doing business with foreign country, that's not putting. Okay, and listen, I gotta go. You know, I love you. I don't get the logic there. Good morning. Some people just need something to do. Anyway, it's 8:54 in the morning. Again, I don't get the difference. If you put information that is subject to pilfering, subject to spying, and you don't have the controls at your house to make sure that they go through the rigorous secrecy process that it goes through. What about? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that Trump wasn't the only person to have documents. Okay, wasn't the only one, but he seemed to be the only one that everybody's really scared about in Washington D.C. Okay, because we know that Obama took 30 million pieces of paper, about 30 million, to Chicago, which is cool with me. It's his paper. I don't care, but I guarantee you, nobody checked 30 million pieces of paper. No one. Good morning. Yes. Oh, okay. All righty then. Interesting. Well, I don't think I have enough time for another call, but it's always an interesting. Open primary. Let's see what that means. Alabama is one of 15 states with an open primary, which allows supporters of one party to vote in another party's primary. Crossover voting here hasn't been disqualified because voters do not declare a party affiliation when they register. So therefore, they can vote for whomever they want to, I guess. But I don't think. I think if you declare a party, then maybe you ought to stick with that party. But Anyway, the Republicans have won super majorities in the late legislature in 2010 in every other statewide elected office. Among other resolutions passed by the Alabama GOP, they proposed a new requirement for incarcerated individuals to complete GED high school degrees and or technical ready to work requirement before they can be released from prison. Then again, but who's going to give them a job? So they come out of prison with a GED and all this stuff. Who's going to guarantee they get a job? Okay, because you got to tell them that you got a record. Personally, I think you shouldn't have to do that. The party also passed a resolution commending U.S. Supreme Court, specifically its Dodd versus Jackson Women's Health Organization ruling, which struck down a constitutional right to abortion, and its ruling in support of a school sports coach who led players on school field. Anyway, so much for all that good stuff. Hopefully we'll come back tomorrow and we'll see what's we'll see what's going on. Yeah, we'll see what's happening in the world, and we'll be back to hopefully tell you the same. If you get Lord to say it the same. Okay, hey, forget all that clapping. Okay, I know. Forget the clapping. Don't worry about that. That's only me. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay. Well, don't have enough time for another call. It's probably Ed anyway. And so I don't want to feel like mess with that junk this morning with him. Okay, so we'll be back hopefully tomorrow. Bye.
Now, your WSFA 12 news update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Monday. The Alabama Republican Party passed a resolution over the weekend condemning the Biden administration for the FBI raid of former President Donald Trump's home in Florida. The vote happened during the party's annual meeting in Montgomery. It passed overwhelmingly. Intelligence officials say 11 sets of classified documents were seized in that raid. So far, no word on what they found. Alabama Republican leaders called the raid an overreach. It might be a good week to eat out in Alabama. It's Alabama Restaurant Week. The goal is to celebrate the great variety of restaurants and support local businesses. It runs through August 28th. Gas prices continue to fall across the nation and in Alabama. The average in Alabama right now is $3.55 a gallon regular. That's down 10 cents in the last week and 64 cents from just 1 month ago. The national average is $3.96 a gallon. That's your news on this Monday morning. I'm Jed Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom.
News Radio 1440 WLWIAM, the home of Sean Hannity. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama. A Cumulus media station.
Hey, Bud, this is Coco.
And Captain from the Rustic Furniture Outlet at American Ocean Mall.
We have some great news. We're building a new warehouse.
Yes, but bad news is we have over $1 million that we have to move. That's over 4,000 pieces.
So, Captain, what are you going to do?
We're going to have a huge warehouse sale. I would rather discount it and sell it than move it.
For the first time ever, we will be giving an additional discount on over 4,000 items in the Rustic Outlet.
I'll let it pass you by.
Come save big and help us get it going.
Good morning, Alabama. How did you sleep last night?
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Boys Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We'll take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered.
Baby, 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 baby.